this winter storm is going to be really cold, but for the next few days we're going to see high temperatures right around freezing, low temperatures in the single digits. On Wednesday we're going to see some heavy snow accumulation in the afternoon for a few hours, but like I said, these freezing conditions are going to create some hazardous freezing weather, so you might want to pick up some sand or salt to lay on your walkways because it's going to be icy for the next few days. Also, you might want to leave a little bit of water running to keep your pipes from freezing. Meteorologist Lee Bourne will have more coming up. Back to you.
So ADOT's prepared for this winter season, and we want to make sure that drivers are prepared as well.
Snowy weather here in northern Arizona means icy roads. We have tips and tricks to the safe driving this winter.
Plus, Flagstaff's preparations for New Year's have already begun.
Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm community anchor Jan Petrie.
And I'm student anchor Imani Payne. Thanks for joining us. Well, we've already seen one big storm this winter season just over a week ago.
And that weather storm brought us plenty of snow on the peaks, but it's been melting with the warm temperatures so far.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm sure there are plenty of people who'd like to see us get some more snow. Student forecaster Alexa Dumidi joins us now. Alexa, what can you tell us about the weather system headed our way?
Did I already go? All right, well, this winter storm is going to be pretty cold for the next few days. We're going to see some heavy snow accumulation tomorrow for a couple hours, on Wednesday, that is. And for the next few days, high temperatures are going to be right around freezing, low temperatures in the single digits. So that cold of temperatures creates some hazardous freezing conditions, which means you might want to leave a little bit of water running to keep your pipes from freezing, or pick up some sand or salt because walkways and driveways are going to be icy for the next couple days. But meteorologist Lee Bourne has more on this snow coming up. Back to you.
The holiday season gives us a great opportunity to travel and visit family, but icy roads brings hazardous driving conditions. NAZ Today's Adrian Garola went to find out how to stay safe this winter season.
Slick and icy roads can make for unsafe driving conditions. We spoke with ADOT Public Affairs Officer Dustin Krugel to get tips on how to drive safely this winter season.
This weekend is expected to be a very busy travel weekend, so we want to make sure that drivers are safe. ADOT's snowplows are serviced and ready, and our snowplow operators are trained and ready. So ADOT's prepared for this winter season, and we want to make sure that drivers are prepared as well. A couple of very important things that drivers should do when they're traveling during the winter. First of all, slow down. Don't be in a rush. The roads are slick and you need to take extra precaution. And it's very important to allow as much space between you and the vehicle in front of you. And always never pass a snowplow, and we'd recommend leaving at least 4 car lengths between you and the snowplow ahead of you. This winter season, there are some very essential items that you need to pack in your car anytime you're driving around when we have winter driving conditions. The first thing you should always keep is a blanket. Keep a first aid kit and a scraper. Make sure you have some gloves and a scarf to keep you warm, and always have some water and some high energy snacks in case you're stuck off the side of the road. Keep a flashlight and some spare batteries and some matches, and always keep some sand for traction. All these items are essential because if you get stuck off the side of the roadway, they can keep you warm and keep you alive. Anytime you have these winter driving conditions, it can be hazardous for drivers if you're not prepared.
For NAZ Today, I'm Adrian Garola.
A young man who's believed to be a former student of Franklin Phonetic School in Prescott is behind bars today after threatening to either shoot up or bomb the campus. It all started November 22nd when the school began receiving alarming emails from an unknown source. Yesterday, the risk escalated when the young man sent more emails detailing his plans. The 15-year-old boy was arrested after authorities located his home, where he had more than 100 rounds of ammunition. He has since been booked in Yavapai County Juvenile Detention Center.
Last night we told you about voter inequity and some of the complications surrounding constructing a new regional plan. Well, City Council is meeting as we speak to discuss these complications and kind of hash out an agreement on the direction they want things to head. Earlier today I sat down with Kimberly Ott, spokesperson for the City of Flagstaff, to get a closer look at the process involved. So I've been told City Council is actually meeting tonight in regards to this. Can you tell us what they're meeting for?
Yeah, as we speak, they're having what they're calling their second public hearing on the regional plan. And this is an opportunity for citizens in the city and the county to come and talk about what they like about the plan, what they think's good, what they don't like about the plan, what they want to see more of, less of, changed, added, moving forward. So this is truly that public voice opportunity.
Nice. And for those who don't know, can you tell us what exactly a regional plan is?
Yeah, it's something we do every 10 years by state law, and it's kind of like a vision. Like if you had to picture what Flagstaff was going to be in 2030, you begin to put together, well, we want so many roads, we'd like so many businesses, so much open space, we'd like more schools. I mean, you kind of vision what the community should look like and how it should grow, and you put that into the plan. Now, it's a plan, so it's not a you must do this, it's more like a guiding document. And again, we're required by state law to do it every 10 years. And so we've been doing this process, I think it's been over 4 years. We had a citizen group actually work on it, get it to the council where we are today.
And why do you think this is something important for the public to get involved with?
Because it does affect our future. I mean, people move to Flagstaff and they care deeply about the community, and they also have very strong opinions how they think it should be. And so this is a good guiding document where people should have a voice of what Flagstaff is going to look like 20, 30 years from now. So it's really important, and ultimately people are going to vote on this. So it's important to have your voice and be educated on what this is.
Speaking of, what are some of the pros and cons that you've seen with this?
So I've seen folks like it because it defines more open space, maybe more condensed growth in the community. Some of the cons is people are truly worried of, is this going to tell me what I can and can't do? That seems to be the biggest concern. Oh, I've also heard some folks in the county feel they wish they could vote on it since it affects them in some ways, but they do not. It's just city residents.
Okay, and after tonight's meeting, where does it go from here?
It goes, council will ultimately have another meeting on Friday. By December the 17th, they hope to have a decision on, are we going to actually vote on this come May, or do we need to push it back? So we're coming down to that, the end of the process.
Okay, very nice. Well, thanks for joining us. If you want to get involved, make sure you check out that meeting on Friday. And for NAZ Today, I'm Imani Payne.
An update to the story we told you about yesterday. A man believed to have tuberculosis flew on a U.S. Airways flight from Austin to Phoenix on Sunday. Today, the Maricopa County Department of Health confirms the passenger did not have the disease. Now, that's good news for all the passengers who traveled on board that flight, especially Dean Davidson, who spoke with us yesterday from Flagstaff.
New Year's Eve is looming. This afternoon, the Great Pine Cone ascended over 2 stories to the top of the Hotel Weatherford in downtown Flagstaff. The lighted aluminum pine cone weighs 70 pounds and measures 7 feet tall. Flagstaff's pine cone does an imitation of the Times Square ball drop each New Year's Eve at 10 p.m. local time. The tradition started 14 years ago and brings youngsters and those young at heart downtown for the festivities.
Local stores are kind of the bloodline, I think, of any community, especially Flagstaff.
Find out how to contribute to Flagstaff's local economy while checking one more present off your list.
And artists across northern Arizona are coming together to present an exhibit worth your while. Find out more coming up.
Hi, I'm Terry Markson. As seasons change, so does the inventory at Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac. But before we make room for the 2014 Cadillacs, we've still got a huge selection of brand new 2013s to choose from. Models like the powerful CTS, the ATS voted 2013 Car of the Year, the popular SRX crossover, and Cadillac's crown jewel, the Escalade. You can always count on our same relaxed, no pressure environment. Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac, real hometown value.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks. giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Well, with holiday season upon us, many local shops open their doors hoping for a prosperous quarter. NAZ Today's Aggie Cuffrin tells us how money invested in Flagstaff is money well spent.
With a weekend of big business deals behind us and the season of shopping continuing, it's important to remember we have options when buying, one of those being small local businesses.
The importance of shopping local is keeping your discretionary dollars in Flagstaff to help Flagstaff.
Manager of Flagstaff's Crystal Magic, Jessica Garnello, explains there's no better time than the season of giving to be supportive of small businesses.
This is everyone's busy time, and small businesses rely on busy times of the year, and holidays are, a busy time it's key to make, as much money as you can this time of year, because it's going to hold you out for a lot of the other times of the year when things start to slow down.
When you spend your money at a local business, that money gets recirculated back into the city, because that local business will pay their employees, who of course will go and buy other things local and, buy their food local, buy their gas local. So it all just keeps circulating through town.
For NAZ Today, with videographer Mason Agnew, I'm Aggie Cuffrin.
And later this week, NAZ Today will let you know how visiting these local shops in downtown Flagstaff will give you the chance to win a $1,400 shopping spree. You won't want to miss it.
The Artist Gallery is celebrating its 21st anniversary. This gallery showcases the work of 37 local artists in a variety of mediums. Their main mission is to increase exposure of arts in the Flagstaff community. NAZ Today's Ashley Phyllis explores this artistic domain.
The Flagstaff Artist Gallery is a local co-op of Flagstaff artists. These artist specialties include painting, photography, ceramics, glasswork, jewelry, and woodwork.
Local artists, just like any other artist, want an outlet for their creative expression, and the Artist Gallery certainly provides that for its members. Secondly, art is widely sought after by people from all walks of life for various reasons, and probably too numerous to name here. Some are collectors, some just want mementos of where they've been recently on a fabulous trip.
The members of the co-op must work to help to improve the gallery. Part of the conditions of being a member include working 3 to 4 shifts a month, as well as serving on a committee.
Each of us has a committee assignment. So, for example, we do special things on First Friday Art Walk, and there's a committee who's in charge of putting together that kind of preparation for that event. Others are involved in things like moving the displays at a given interval, so we keep the gallery looking fresh all the time. Others are involved in more mundane things. As a cooperative, we try to cooperate and get the gallery looking and staying its very best.
For NAZ Today, I'm Ashley Phyllis.
The NAU Athletics department is coming off of a strong finish this fall season.
Sports reporter Tressa Tudrick sat down with Dr. Lisa Campos to find out where NAU's athletic department is headed.
The direction of NAU Athletics has undergone changes within the last year or so under the direction of Dr. Lisa Campos, the Vice President of Intercollegiate Affairs. Now, Dr. Campos, fall sports did very well this year, as you know, football, volleyball, soccer. How are you liking the success of these teams?
It's been such an exciting fall, and again, just to recap, with volleyball and soccer making it to postseason play, making it to a conference tournament was great. Then, of course, moving to cross country, finishing second in the nation. And, I've told people it's hard to be disappointed finishing second in the nation, but obviously had an opportunity to finish first in the nation, and that's against, over 300 Division I athletic programs, and we had just beat Colorado the week before, so really thought we could have #1. But again, so proud of that men's cross country team. And then moving into football, and of course having such a successful year conference-wise, making it to the playoffs, first time in 10 years. It's been a fun, exciting fall semester.
An accomplishment, absolutely. Now, how does qualifying for postseason give NAU the upper edge in the Big Sky Conference?
The Big Sky is known nationally, obviously. We're known to be a really great football league, and for our men's team to make it to playoffs, and again to have national exposure, to be on ESPN, for people to be talking about NAU and NAU football, to be one of 24 teams still playing in playoffs. I mean, it's just great for the university and great for the athletic program.
And now, what are your expectations for winter sports and fall sports and the rest of the sports for the rest of the year?
It's a great question. You know, we tell the coaches there's a lot of pressure on them to follow up this fall season, and they know, you know, all of our coaches want our student athletes to be successful on the court, on the field, and also in the classroom. And, you know, for men's and women's basketball, again, high expectations. Both of those coaches are in their second year. You know, Jack making it to conference play last year, that's definitely on Sue's mind. Again, with winter sports, with swimming and diving, great potential to win conference, to win the WAC conference in that sport as well. So again, a lot of positive pressure on those coaches.
Thank you, Dr. Lisa, for making time to visit with us, and we're looking forward to seeing the direction that NAU Athletics is undergoing.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Strap on your snowshoes and ready your ice scrapers. Today's windy weather means a storm is on the way. Meteorologist Lee Bourne has your forecast coming up.
Plus, last night in football, two NFC rival football teams battled it out for a surprising game coming up.
Hi, I bought Pepsi Next.
What's Pepsi Next?
It's the latest cola from Pepsi. It's got real cola taste, but 60% less sugar.
Real cola taste, 60% less sugar.
Yeah, I know.
It's unbelievable.
But this is the most impressive thing I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Oh, definitely. Let me get the camera. I've never had anything like it. My parents are gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna be so proud.
Pepsi Next. Drink it to believe it.
Tonight's NAZ Today weather is brought to you in part by Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac in Flagstaff.
Keep up with NAZ Today by adding us on Facebook, following our Twitter account @NAZ Today, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Stay connected with us no matter where you are.
All right, beautiful lenticular clouds over the peaks this morning, and these are often indicators of some storm system on the way. It's often a precursor with very strong winds that jump up over the mountain, and at the crest, when the winds get to the top of the mountain, you see these clouds form just at the top of the wave, and then the air starts to sink, and then it does waves downwind of the mountain, and it often happens around here with our San Francisco peaks. A windy day, particularly in the upper levels of the atmosphere. It wasn't super windy out there today. Our high temperature 45 degrees, right around the average for this time of year. Our early morning low 28 degrees, and this is about as warm as it's going to get around here for quite some time. Here's a look at some of today's highs elsewhere across the state. Grand Canyon at 50 degrees, Kingman 66, and Sedona 59, Camp Verde 62, and this is just these temperatures are going to be as warm as it gets. We have a very, very cold storm system heading our way, and here's a look at it moving in, and the main low pressure center is right over the Idaho region. You maybe notice that rotating there. And there's the main low. Here's the cold front through central California, through the high deserts of Nevada, and into Utah. And this is going to be a big snowmaker, mainly for the Rockies. Notice we're at the very tail end of this front, and there's a lot of cold air moving in behind it. And that's going to be the big deal with this storm system. And you can adjust this picture as we talk here and loosen it up on me if you would, Miguel. And here's the way this thing looks on the satellite and radar image right now. And notice there's not a lot going on this section of the front. There is some snow breaking out along the Wasatch, and as this thing moves into Arizona tonight and through the day tomorrow, we will see snow break out. We're going to continue with the windy night tonight, and then the cold front pushes through tomorrow. We're going to have a brief period of moderate to heavy snow, and it's going to be fast and furious as the storm system moves through. I think mid-morning through early afternoon, we could see about 3 to 5 inches of snowfall. There is a winter weather advisory for much of the Mogollon Rim country with this storm, and it rapidly moves off to the east here as we get into tomorrow afternoon, and that's when all the really cold air gets here. We may see a few snow flurries on Thursday, and very cold air remains all the way through the weekend. Another storm system due for us as we get into Saturday night, Sunday time frame that could bring some more snow. So temperature right now 39 degrees, winds are gusting to 33 miles per hour, and I think for us overnight tonight we remain windy. forecasting 32 degrees, and that's going to be the overnight low, and it's also going to be tomorrow's high. Snow showers develop here as we make our way right around midnight time frame. I think we wake up to about an inch, and then we have that heavy period of snowfall right around mid-morning to early afternoon tomorrow, and temperatures will be dropping throughout the day. I think that 32-degree low is also our 32-degree high, and that's right around midnight, and temperatures just keep on getting colder for us. Okay, here's a look at the statewide temperatures out there tomorrow, and snow levels will be around 6,000 feet. Some lower elevation rain as this cold front moves through, and later in the day it'll move into the White Mountains, and snow levels do drop behind the front with the coldest air, although most of the moisture will be gone, so we won't see much snow below 6,000 feet. And then on Thursday, it's partly cloudy, mostly sunny kind of thing, but only 29 degrees. Look at those temperatures, cold the whole way through. I have that next storm system on Saturday evening. Overnight lows are very cold as well, and temperatures are going to struggle to even be above freezing for daytime highs. So as Alexa was mentioning earlier, take precautions for your winter weather type stuff around your house, and down in Sedona quite chilly as well. It's a little bit of rain tomorrow, and on Saturday it could be some snow for everybody because it looks like a cold storm on Saturday. Even though your high is 43 on Saturday, by the time the storm gets here in the afternoon, it'll be quite colder.
Well, the snowball's got to be excited about more snow. So high school sports, some big excitement?
Oh yeah, there's so much going on in sports. I don't even know where to begin, but I guess it's soccer and basketball. I'll tell you more about it coming up.
Let's say you have separate companies for TV, internet, and home phone. Besides the waste that comes with paying multiple bills, you've got services that can't interact. But what if you could combine those services, lower your monthly expenses, and get everything working together seamlessly? Wouldn't that be easier? Bundle and save today.
Be sure to tune in to NAZ Today every Wednesday at 6 and 10 p.m. for the NAZ Today Car Tip of the Week. This week brought to you by Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac, located on Highway 66.
It's that time of year again when the local high schools hit the grass and put on their cleats for another season of soccer. The Flagstaff girls soccer team lost to Boulder Creek last night 1-0 and will host the Notre Dame Prep girls tonight for a neutral tournament game. This game started at 6 o'clock. And earlier today, the Flagstaff boys soccer team hit the soccer field as well at home against Prescott. Scores from this game are so far undetermined, but we will provide them tomorrow night. And over at Coconino, the Lady Panthers soccer team started their season as well. They have traveled over to Page High School for a non-conference game, which has started at 5 o'clock. We will give you scores and updates from these games tomorrow night. And the Coconino boys soccer team hosted their non-conference game against Mingus High earlier today. The Panthers took a 2-1 loss against the Mortars. And the Flagstaff Lady Eagles hit the basketball court for their first conference game against Mingus High. After losing their first game against Buckeye 56-48, the girls will try and rebound for a win tonight at 7 o'clock. So try and make it to the Flagstaff gym to support your Eagles. And the Flagstaff boys basketball team's in Peoria tonight to face the Panthers for their first game of the season. This game has started at 6 o'clock. And over at Coconino High, the Panthers are in the paint with a busy basketball season ahead of them. The Cocoa Lady Panthers host the Centennial Coyotes tonight at 7 o'clock. This will be the Cocoa girls' second game of the season, as the Coyotes already have a 2-1 record. And the Cocoa boys basketball team took a loss last night to Kingman Academy 60-47. The Cocoa boys have a record of 0-2 in the beginning of the long season. Tune in tomorrow night for scores on all of these high school games. And on the college level of sports, the NAU Ice Jacks have made their way back to Flagstaff and are putting on their gear before a long break ahead. The Division II Ice Jacks will be home this weekend, starting on Thursday for their rematch against Weber State at 9 p.m. And then on Friday, they face the ASU Sun Devils at 8:30, followed by San Jose State on Saturday at 8. And the Division III Ice Jacks will be on the road this weekend in Valencia, California. They start their doubleheader against College of the Canyons on Friday at 7:30, followed by Saturday at 7:45. After these weekend games, the Ice Jacks will have a nice winter vacation until January when they hit the ice for their second half of their seasons. And last night in Monday Night Football, the New Orleans Saints were in the Emerald City for a crazy game that is pretty hard to forget. Taking you into the first quarter, Drew Brees has his arm hit as the ball is tipped right into the hands of Michael Bennett, and he's just going to the house from here with a 22-yard pick six for the Seahawks. End of the second quarter as Russell Wilson has plenty of time to kill looking for someone to throw it to, finding Doug Baldwin open in the end zone for a touchdown. 27-7 in the third as Wilson looks for an open guy, letting go of this one as it bounces off of a Seahawks helmet, landing right into the arms of Derek Coleman for the touchdown score. Taking another look at this one, the ball bounces off of Kellen Davis's helmet, and then Coleman gets it for a touchdown. The refs would review this play as they uphold the ruling on the field to call it a touchdown. Don't think the Saints coach was too happy about this loss, but the Seahawks would take a big win, 34-7, as Russell Wilson had his 14th consecutive at-home win as a Seahawk.
Nice. Well, thanks for that update, Kaylee. And we'll be right back coming up.
Hi, my name is PFC Levi Silverthorne, stationed with Combined Task Force Dragoon in Kandahar, Afghanistan. I'd like to wish my mom, my dad, and my family and friends in Arizona happy holidays and a happy new year. I love you and I'll see you soon.
Hi, I'm First Lieutenant Vincent Curry from 5 Meadowlawn, Afghanistan. I would like to wish my friends at the Yavapai Broadcasting Station in Arizona a wonderful holidays. See you guys soon.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
All right, welcome back. Cold storm system on the way. Snow showers get going overnight, about an inch by morning, another few inches during the day tomorrow. Very cold through the forecast, and another storm system on Saturday.
A 76-year-old man is on a potentially record-breaking voyage. Stanley Paris set sail yesterday morning from St. Augustine, Florida, in an attempt to break 2 records. He hopes to become both the oldest and fastest person to sail around the world nonstop and alone. His trip was delayed 2 days, however, because of the weather. Paris has sailed around the world before, but never alone until now. He expects the St. Augustine to St. Augustine trip to take about 130 days.
Take a look at this. In Australia, a sea eagle added new meaning to the phrase bird's eye view when it took off with a camera. The camera had been placed by park and wildlife rangers near a river to capture pictures of freshwater crocodiles. Now, the bird flew some 68 miles before setting the camera down. You can see it appearing to pose for a selfie. I think we'll get there. As it pecks at the camera. The theft apparently happened back in May, but workers recently found the camera, which recorded the entire incident.
Apparently didn't want to be recorded there.
But isn't that cool, the way it just moves like that?
Yeah, pretty cool.
That's pretty exciting. Thank you for joining us here tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a great evening.